Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back. Hopefully, y'all are having a fantastic day wherever you are on this beautiful planet we call home. What's good, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I actually had tacos yesterday, so I didn't have tacos today. But I mean, I could always go for tacos, but it's all good. It's all good. How's everybody doing? What's good, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What's good? What's good, everybody? How was everybody's weekend? I've missed y'all. I've missed y'all. We got some news to talk about. We got some stuff to talk about. We got some things to talk about. It's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy day, and we'll get into the news here very shortly. But let's see who we got in the chat so far. We got Sean in the building. Sean in the building. What is good, brother? Let's go. What is good? How you doing, brother? What is up? What is up? If you are over on Twitter, do me a favor. Say what's up. Hit that like button. Hit that retweet button. Leave me a comment. Let me know that y'all are here. I see there's a couple of y'all over there. Definitely appreciate you. Appreciate you. We got Miss Tammy J in the building. How you doing, ma'am? Howdy, howdy. Howdy. How was your weekend? How was your weekend? And we got I don't know if you saw the new name of the show, the new late night show, Just Crypto After Dark. Compliments of Miss Tammy J and our boy Ruwad or Ruwade. Oh man, we had it figured out last week and I already forgot. Already forgot. Story of my life. Short-term memory loss. It is brutal. It is a brutal thing. Not long enough, absolutely. The weekends are never long enough. I feel like the weekend we could use about another. I feel like the weekend should be 5 days, and then the work week 2 days, or 4 and 3, something like that. If we could get that, I would. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that for sure. Love the name, absolutely. I hope so. You came up with it, or you helped come up with it. It was a team effort. That's what we did. What was that, Thursday night? We had a nice 2.5 hour stream, which I haven't done in forever. And it didn't even feel like 2.5 hours. It really didn't feel like 2.5 hours, which was cool. But yeah, we named the show, and we have an official name, which is Just Crypto After Dark. So very, very excited about that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I love the fact that we were able to do that as a community and get everybody involved. You got to vote and all that good stuff, which is pretty solid. So we had a good time. We had a good time doing that. So yeah. Well, let's jump into it, and then we'll jump back into the conversation, jump back into chat. But let's take a look at the overall market. We had the bubbles up there a while ago. I'll pull that back up right there. And as we see, it's a little red today. But honestly, after the last, 2 weeks of green, you got to expect a little bit of red. You got to expect a little bit of red. It's okay. It's okay, my friend. So it's all good. I'm not stressing over that at all. So a little red in the market. It's okay. It's going to happen. We're going to, even during the bull run, we're going to have some days where we're a little red, and it's okay. It's totally all good. Howdy, y'all from the great state of Texas. Yes, sir. Hook 'em, all that good stuff. Go Rangers. The world champs, of course. But yeah, what's good, Trower? How you doing, man? How you doing, brother? And you even got a little cowboy hat in your profile picture there. Is that a cowboy hat? It looks like a cowboy hat to me. So we're gonna call it a cowboy hat. But yeah. So let's take a look at the overall market. Let's pull up Coin Market Cap and just see where we are exactly in the grand scheme of things. If I can get pulled up, there we go. Share screen. Good. Press that button and that button. Boom. Here we go. And as we can see, the market is down 1.69% on the day. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. But the overall global market cap right now is sitting there at a 1.37, which is like $370 billion higher than what it was a couple of months ago. We were like knocking on the door of losing the trillion and going into $1 billion market cap, but we've been able to maintain that. So not too bad. Take a look at the top trending ones today. Go back there. We got Solana. We got Taboo Token. Never heard of it. Probably just launched. Or it got listed over here. And then Celestia. Cool beans. And the greed, 71%. I don't know if I'm at 71%. I personally don't know if I'm at 71% quite yet. I think I still may be around over here in like the 50, 60 range. But the fact that the fear and greed index, they got it sitting there at a at a 70. Not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. Especially since we had it, down here in 30s for a long time, 40s. So, and this is the all time since I guess since they started doing that. It's like the last 6 months. It looks like so. But here, let's go year. Maybe that. Nope. It's just going to give us that much. So, it's we are on the rise, and we've had a little bit over the last day or two. A little pullback on that, which is totally okay. I think we got up to about 77. Yeah, 70, 80, almost 80% fear and greed, 80% greedy. So it's all good. It's okay. It's okay. So, but here we go. You can kind of see where we are here. This is 2022 when everything was great, everybody was happy. Then we had the sell off. Looks just kind of like a Bitcoin chart, doesn't it? Looks like a Bitcoin chart. So that's where we are with that on the fear and greed. Like I said, I myself, I don't know if I'm a 71, but I don't speak for everybody. I don't speak for everybody. But we are down. Bitcoin's down almost 2.5% exactly right now. But we're still holding on to that above 35,000. We are still above 35,000, which is really nice to see. And so hopefully we can maintain that and kind of create some type of steady floor here. We'll go back to the 7 day where we had a way last week we were way up above it, and then here we go. So last month really has been kind of sideways. Had a little bit of some increase there, got up to 37,000, 38,000, held on to 37,000 for a week, and so it's been nice to kind of see us above the 20s, not have a 2 in front of it. That has been nice to see, and even when we are down, we're still maintaining and holding on to that 35,000. So not too bad at all, honestly. I'm not mad at it at all. If I could get mine. Let's try this. Boom. Go back to the month. There we go. So if you really look at it, since about October, middle of October, it's been sideways. It really has been sideways, which is nice to see. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. And on the year really doesn't look bad. When you zoom out, you start looking in, on, the daily and things like that. But when you look at it the month or the year, got down to 16,000. I think we actually got lower than that. But 16,000 and just kind of steadily climbed, had a little pullback, a little climb, some consolidation, a climb, consolidation, a little dip, consolidation. And then we got the EFT, ETFs, and things like that. I think this is actually the Bitcoin ticker over on the DCC. But on the year, Bitcoin's up 113%. 113% is not too bad. Not too bad. No fear, but too much greed. No fear, but too much greed. There are some greedy. There is some greedy out there. I can't lie about that. There is some greed out there. We see it all the time. But yeah, me personally, when it comes to like where the market is, a lot of people say buy the greed or buy the fear, sell the greed. So we're kind of getting to that, and which is maybe what's happening a little bit. People taking profits. If you bought, back here at the beginning of the year, if you bought back here, you're up 100%. Take a little profit, you're all good there, which is totally fine. Like I said, everybody's got their own plan. Everybody's got their own plan. So, but not too bad. Not too bad. Working our way back up. Halfway, we're like halfway to where we were all time high, basically. Little over halfway to where we were at all time high. So we're getting there. We're working our way back, which is nice to see. Slow and steady before the bear market ends and the bull run really begins. So all good. And we got Ethereum down 3.5%, but still sitting there at $1,975. Still up almost 4.5% on the week. So I like to see that as well. Probably going to look a lot like what that Bitcoin chart looked like, especially when we go the week. Yeah, a little balloon action there, little rainbow down here, come up, got all the way up to $2,100, which is nice to see. If we go back and look at all-time high is what, 45, 47, somewhere around there. Yeah, 4,700, which I honestly think that is going to we're going to blow past 4,500 so quick. I really do think that. I really truly do think that during this next run, we are going to see maybe a even above five, maybe seven to $10,000 Bitcoin or Ethereum. Would not surprise me at all. That would not surprise me at all. So BNB is still up, having a nice week or having a nice day, sitting there at $244. You got XRP, which had a really good run, and then kind of over the last little bit has actually come back just a little bit, but on the month started at 48 cents, got all the way up to what 72 cents, and now worked its way back to kind of being around that 63 cent level. So I'm really excited for XRP. Well, when the market does come back around and we do get back into when we get back into the bear run, I think XRP is going to do pretty well. I wouldn't be surprised if XRP bumps up out of that five spot and starts pushing into somewhere in the 3-2. I don't know if we can get Ethereum. I don't know if we can get Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum right now, the market cap for Ethereum is $237 billion, and BNB is or XRP is at 33 billion. So it's going to take a little bit before we can get to that point. But during a bear run or during a bull market, there's potential there. There's potential for something crazy to happen, and it may not get Ethereum, but it may jump up to that number 3 and knock Tether down just a little bit, that USDT. I would not be shocked at all. So Solana's having a really good week, up 33%, 5% on the day, over 5% on the day, sitting there at $57 even. $57 even on that bad boy. And so here's the week, started at 42. But if we look at the month, just $22. So if you bought at $22, you're already 157% up on your investment in just 1 month. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That would be, if you put $100 in here, you have $250 here. Put $1,000 in here, you'd have 2,500. So not bad at all. Not too bad at all. I think Solana's going to do some things during the next bull run as well. Honestly, if you're in, I'm going to say this: if you're in I do expect the markets to have one more major pullback before the and now I don't know what's wrong with my. Hopefully we're better now because my mic keeps going in and out. But I do think we will have at least probably one more major pullback before the markets go bullish. And so and I hope it happens because I know a lot of us are looking for an even better entry point than where we are right now. We sat there and looked at a $20,000 Bitcoin for months, almost a year, and so who wants to buy now and it's 36? So which is crazy logic. We should have all been buying a $20,000 Bitcoin and been happy with the profits now. But some of us will wait until it's back up to 40, 50, $60,000 before we start investing again into it, which, you know, makes sense to you. That's all that matters. Doesn't quite make sense to me, which it's all good there. But that's kind of where the market's at right now. Let's take a look over here at Dex Tools and see what our projects we've been following over here looking like. See what the projects we've been following are looking like. Boom. And so we got Grove Coin sitting there at 16 cents, which, when you have anything like this, it's going to follow the market. When you start looking at it, it follows the market. And so we got all the way up to, I think, like 22, maybe 23 cents. Looks like it jumped up to 30 cents yesterday. It might be a glitch. I don't know. 30 cents yesterday might have been a glitch. But either way, we got up there really nice. Got up to 20 cents, held that for a couple of days, 10, 11, 12, 15 days, something like that. And so having a little bit of a pullback. And so if a little bit of a pullback is going to 16, I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that because I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the today price. I'm worried about what's it going to look like in 5 years. But we sat here at 10 cents since September, or since the end of August through September, October, and like most of November that we've been in so far. And so now that we're in November, we're seeing a nice steady green in an upward trend. So I'm cool with that, especially when we got new projects like GBurn that launched today, and I'll find that contract and get it up there so we can take a look at that chart as well. So if anybody did get into GBurn, which is a new project that came out that will burn Grove Coin, so pretty much making it a little bit of a deflationary project, which is, there's already not many of them out there. So if we can eliminate that, bring that supply down even more, doesn't sound terrible to me at all. Does not sound terrible to me. And I'm actually going to put that contract address. I'm going to pull it up, see what that chart's looking like. Boom. I think this is the one. Yeah, let's put it on. We'll put it on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, we'll put it on the hour chart. And boom, here we go. So GBurn launched at this afternoon at, I think it was right at noon my time. So, and launched at what was that price right there? Like a 3013. And so it is up 1,000%, over 1,000% on the day. So it's been moving very nicely. I actually dropped a zero, and we're steadily sitting there at 2 zeros, 1556. So basically an entire zero knocked off of that, with $150,000 market cap, $40,000 in liquidity, and that's just 395 holders. So not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. It actually got up there to 0.002, but of course you're gonna have a little sell off. People down here, the bots, they want some profit. They want to get some of that back, and so you got a little sell off there. And so right now might be a good entry point before it kind of maybe bounces back up. If you missed the launch of that, again, not financial advice. Here's my theory: if I miss this candle here, I'm waiting for this retracement, and again, it may even retrace a little bit more. We might see it come back down before it bounces back up. And so I probably wouldn't get in. I would have probably got in here once I saw that candle kind of go down and then kind of get them back up on the wick. I might have thrown some in there, but I missed it. And so I'm probably going to wait to see what happens after this candle. And to do that, I would probably come over here to like the 15-minute or even the 5-minute chart. And as we see, 5-minute chart starting to work our way back up a little bit. So at the top of that Bollinger Band, which is probably Chinese to some of us. But the Bollinger Bands here, if it's at the top, it's usually going to bounce, pull back a little bit. And when it gets to the bottom of the bands, it usually is going to bounce up. So we look at it here, it bounced. They got above the Bollinger Band, had a pull back, got to the bottom of that Bollinger Band, and then kind of working our way back up. So we'll see what happens there. We shall see what happens there. But again, not financial advice, and I'm not the greatest at technical analysis anyway. So that's that. So if y'all were able to get in that, congratulations, you're doing well. If you bought in at the launch time, you're up 1,000%. And if you didn't buy in like I didn't because I missed it, you know, it's okay. It is all good. But so far on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, not too bad. Not looking too bad at all. Up 1,000% in 8 hours. So, and I will actually kind of keep that. I'm gonna actually favorite that. So what comes over here? That's not what I wanted to press. I was hoping I could move it up, but I guess I can't. But anyways, that's kind of the markets for today. That's kind of where we are on charts and things like that. So not too bad. Not too bad. We know when things go up, we're going to have a pullback, which is all good. It's going to happen. So I think we're still extremely optimistic on the future. I think I know I am at least. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. But here, I do want to, before we get into any news, I, December's coming. Now you got a lot of folks out there who are traveling. It's the holidays. So you got a lot of people buying presents, Christmas presents and things like that, gifts, traveling, and stuff like that. So I don't know how I feel about December. Is it going to be a like November where we see a nice up? I don't know why my mic keeps cutting in and out. I don't know why. But with people going on holidays, trying to buy Christmas presents for everybody and things like that, I would not be surprised if we see some people taking profits out of the crypto side, especially after a green November that we've had. Take some of that profit and put it into the holiday season. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're down a little bit in December just because of that. Not financial advice. I have no idea. I wish I had a crystal ball, but that's kind of my thought process. When it comes to me, like holiday season, okay, it's time to get Christmas presents for everybody. All right, it's about to piss me off. My mic keeps cutting in and out over here. Let me check on my wires. Stop doing that. Thank you. Chill out. Work. Just work for me a little bit. So you got to talk to your equipment sometimes. Got to talk to it sometimes. But what's good, brother? We got the main man in the building, Ruwad. I think it's Ruwade. I think it's Ruwade. I think we talked about it. I forgot, but I think it's Ruwade. But what's good, brother? You see that title up there? That's yours and Miss Tammy J's. That's all y'all right there. That is all y'all right there. New mic for Chris. Here's the thing: is this is like the top of the line mic. I don't know what it is. It might be I need a new stream. Probably need to figure out somewhere better than StreamYard to stream. Honestly, but it's one of those. I know StreamYard. It's simple. It's easy, and that's it. It's simple and easy. But yeah, if I was to use like OBS or something like that, it'd probably work a little bit better. But I don't know how to run that. So maybe I can get with my boy Cuff. Maybe Cuff can give me some lessons because I think he was streaming over on OBS. and do some cooler, some more cooler things over there that he has that I have no idea. What's good, man? How you doing? Hope you guys are good. I'm doing well, brother. Doing well. Hopefully, you're doing good. It seems like that happened last December. Yeah. I bet if we were to go look at the Decembers in the past, it probably would probably do that. Plus, you have some people who they're getting ready for the end of the year, so they want their some people have to claim losses for tax purposes and things like that. So you might see them do that as well. Again, again, no clue. It's just kind of something I could see happening over the next month or so before we get into the new year. But we did get some good news today. Just crypto after dark, absolutely, yes, sir. I sent you a little Ethereum. I hope you got that. I told you it wouldn't be much, but I did send you a little bit. Miss Tammy J, if you want, all you got to do is send me your Ethereum wallet address. We'll get it to you. Uh, but it, but I did send you some. It wasn't much. Sorry. Maybe during the bull run we can send more. But I do appreciate you, brother, and you and Miss Tammy J for y'all's uh, participation in last week's naming of the late night stream here on the Just a Man show. But I want to see where we at, or let's see where we at on that. So we're actually gaining days over on the Bitcoin timer, on the Bitcoin clock before the halving, and so pull that up. And so we're looking at it's at around that April 18th. Again, this is estimated time. Nobody knows. Nobody knows exactly when that's going to happen. It will be an automatic. We're waiting for that 840,000th block to happen, and then the halving will happen. So, um, but yeah, we're still around about 150, 155 days. Now, if those ETFs get approved, it could happen. Cool. It could happen sooner. But it's we'll just kind of keep an eye on that. But I wanted to pull that up before we got into any news that we had coming up today. So let's get over here and pull up CoinDesk, because that's where I like to get a lot of my information, because it seems to be the most informative and newest and all that good stuff. So Miss Tammy's got to claim that, got to claim her ETH. Yeah, all she's got to do is send me that ETH address. All she's got to do, or I got ETH and I got Grove. You can let me know. I can send either one, either one. But yeah, all she got to do is send me that address. but yeah, you got it. All right, sweet. You're welcome, brother. You're very welcome. Yeah, like I said, I wish I had more. I sound like my grandmother at Christmas time. I wish I had more to give you, but I did the best I could. I love my grandma. She's the best. But yeah, so glad I got that out there. Glad you got it. I didn't forget. Glad I didn't forget. But yeah. All right, CoinDesk. Let's get over there, take a look at the top articles of the day, and see what we got going on. We'll hit the CoinDesk main chat here. Pull up this nice, massive. Yeah, it's brutal how big that ad is. The Bitcoin drops 4% to 35K despite soaring TradeFi markets, but analysts remain optimistic. I agree with that. We already kind of covered that a little bit. So, pew. So we got a little bit. This is probably the biggest news that came out today. Was a BlackRock ETF application for XRP. Uh, this did come out earlier, and we saw the markets kind of react to that. And once it came back, there was fake, which is why we saw XRP go from like 70 something cents back down to like the 63 range, or wherever we are right now. So this fake BlackRock announcement that came out there, a check of process for registration and trust in the state apparently leaves a ready opening for bad actors, which is what we see. We see this all the time in crypto. We see this a lot in crypto, where you know they say something's going to happen and it doesn't happen, or it's fake, or it's not true, all that good stuff. So, Delaware Department of Justice may be investigating a fake filing Monday that suggests asset manager Giant BlackRock was prepping the launch of a spot XRP exchange traded fund ETF. The filing, which still appeared on the Delaware Department of State's Division of Corporations website on Tuesday, is largely identical to I love my mic's gone muted. So it looks like somebody got in there like they did and kind of mimicked last week's ETF for Ethereum and just did the same thing for for XRP. So this has kind of been the big main story of today with the this announcement coming out that is not true, and which is kind of why we're seeing XRP take a little bit of a downward pull, a little harder than the rest of the market. I mean, Bitcoin's down 2%, Ethereum's down 3%, XRP is down almost 9% on the week, and 5.5% on the day. So, and so that could be playing a part in that, which is there's so many bad actors in crypto and in DeFi. And it happens a lot in all realms, but it seems to be like there's just so many more just because crypto is so easily manipulated. You can jump on Twitter and put a tweet out that's not true at all, and it could definitely manipulate the market in one way or another, towards a project. So, but I think this is kind of the biggest news story of the day with the BlackRock fake XRP filing. Now, does that mean it's not going to happen? I definitely don't think that. I think that it could definitely potentially happen. We've already seen ETFs for Bitcoin happen. We've already seen ETFs for Ethereum happen. So why not take the number three? And now are they going to put Binance on there? We've seen how the government and what the government thinks of Binance in the past. They try to fight it any time they can. So the fact that XRP up there, I think XRP is going to be one of those ones that does really, really, really well in the bull run. I really, really, truly do. Like if I had a grand to invest in something right now, I might be looking at XRP and Crow. Those would probably be my two where I threw, if I spent 500 in each, something like that, nothing crazy. But I think that those two have the potential to be really, really well, to do really well during the next bull run. So yeah, and that's a lot of things. We're seeing a lot right now. There hasn't been much new money coming into crypto. We've seen a lot of just kind of the revolving door of money that we've already had, just kind of recycling the money that's in crypto, and not really any new money that's coming in. So you'll take some XRP. Me too. Me too. I actually don't own. I might have one wallet that I might need to look in one wallet. But I can. You know what? I'll see if I can't send you some XRP. I'll see what I can do. I might get some and send it to you just for since you didn't want Ethereum or Grove or anything else. We'll see. We'll see. What we got. I got some NFTs I can send you too. Some really good paperweights. I can send you like 20 of them. I'm just playing. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. Stack your wallet full of useless NFTs. So many NFTs that I thought were going to be like, oh, I'm going to make some money on that, and then I held them too long, and the bottoms came, tops fell off. But I really do think that XRP and Crow could have some really good times ahead of it during the next bull run. XRP seems to be one of those ones that legitimately could jump up to, rival Ethereum. We've seen a lot of use case for XRP and things like that. So I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised at all if Ethereum or if XRP had an extremely good bull run. But what I was saying was we haven't seen a lot of new money come in to crypto. We've seen a lot of it recycling, going from one project to the next, which is kind of what happens during a bear market. Everybody's trying to, I'm down, so let me sell this one and try to catch the new wave. And there's been a lot of people make a lot of money during memes. You look at the Pepe run, you look at Gronk that's out right now. It's having I think it had a pretty big pullback today, but I mean it's still was up there. Let's look over here on the Ethereum chain. Yeah, I mean Gronk's number one right now. I think it jumped up to like 100 something million market cap. Trying to see if it pulled it up here yet. Yeah, I think it got up to I think it got up to like 157, $160,000 market cap, and now it's had a nice pullback, and it's down to a $63 million market cap. But shoot, I mean, if that can go back to where what Pepe did to $1 billion market cap, that's what 9x, little less than 9x, 8x, something like that. Little over five, like 5.5, 6x. That's not terrible at all, and that's a meme. It's a meme that's out. But if you look at it, XRP or what Pepe did, that would be pretty solid. And I think there's going to be a market for memes. I think we've seen a lot of people make a lot of money in it, and so it could be something, especially during a bull run. You're going to see projects that pop up that run for absolutely no reason, absolutely no reason, and it happens every bull run. It happens every bull run that something runs for no reason, and it's just a money printer for folks. So I got time for that, but I also want to make sure that I'm investing into blue chips, the top 10, and things like that, to where the ones that I know are a little less risky. Have maybe like an 85% in non-risky plays and 15% of my portfolio I got, or a 90-10, or even some folks maybe even do like a 95-5. It really is kind of what what you want to do with it. So I never stood on NFTs. NFTs are, I mean, I wish we had Cuff on. I sent him the link, so maybe he'll stop. Maybe he'll swing in at some point in time. But NFTs, I think there'll be. I think they will have a comeback. I just don't know how strong they'll come back to. During into the last bull run, into the beginning of the bear market, NFTs were hot, real hot, and there was a lot of money to be made during NFTs. But NFTs, it's more than just a JPEG picture. Sometimes now there are those projects that are just a JPEG, and people go crazy for them, and it gets typed up, and next thing you know, they're worth, you know, you got celebrities out there buying them for 500,000, $1 million, and it's just ridiculous. Uh, that happens, but on some of those projects, there's actual, legit projects, and especially on the gaming side, when it comes to DeFi gaming. Look at, like, I think I actually saw Grand Theft Auto was talking about how they're going to implement NFTs into their game or something like that. So it may actually, which game was that? Let me see. 'Cause I think there was a one just the other day that came out and said that they were looking to implement that. Roblox, which is a big time game for kids. Ubisoft partners with Immutable for a new blockchain gaming experience. Ubisoft is one of the biggest gaming developers out there. So, but yeah, I think that the DeFi gaming side is going to be. I think it's going to do really well. I really truly do. I think it'll be just fine. But yeah, it's more than just a JPEG. Yeah, it's more than just a cool picture that people pay money for. And now there's some good NFTs out there right now that you can get for really cheap, especially depending on what blockchain they're on, what network they're on. So a lot of the Ethereum ones, anything on the Ethereum network is just so expensive, because you got all the gas fees and things like that. But it's not bad. It's not bad, especially when you get on like a Solana or something like that. Get some of those Solana NFTs. But that is kind of the news. Kind of the news. We did have the inflation numbers came out today, and it looks like we've hit the top. It looks like they're not going to raise it anymore. Looks like we found the top, and so now we can kind of work our way backwards and try to bring down that inflation. So hopefully, hopefully that is the case, and hopefully the FOMC doesn't pull it back, start raising it again. And so hopefully we're good there as well. So the fact that we got those numbers out that came out today and seems to be like we have found the top uh, is nice. It is nice. If I could get this to there we go. And we'll pull it up there because I did have that one saved as well. The CPI report Tuesday could provide next Bitcoin catalyst. So U.S. government tomorrow will report on October inflation data. So tomorrow during the midday mix up because tomorrow it is Wednesday, so we will be on tomorrow during the afternoon. We'll watch see what Mr. Jerome Powell has to say. So yeah, but after a major 5-week run that took its prices up nearly 40% higher, Bitcoin has stalled over the past several days around 37,000, which we know, which is kind of enthusiasm around the possible approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs. And I'm talking about that. But what they're saying here in this article is that the CPI could be a fresh, a new catalyst to bring that up, to get that back up there and bring that a little higher. So I guess it helps if I pull it up the right one so y'all can see it. But yeah, economics expect monthly headline CPI in October to have slowed to a 0.1 from a 0.4% in September year over year. CPI is anticipated to have fallen to 3.3 from 3.7, which is nice. That will help. And the core CPI, which strips out food and energy cost, is expected to have remained flat from September 0.3% monthly and a 4.1% year over year. So hopefully, with that being said, hopefully there is no more raises of inflation. Now we can start to kind of work backwards and bring that inflation down, which is what they want to do. I think they want to get it down to a 2% inflation. So if we can get that down, that would be very nice to see. But we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, the way back down to 2% as required, requisite for ending rate hike. So the Fed's the Fed's 2% target. So hopefully we can get back down to that, and hopefully we can now start our way back down. It's kind of what they're saying and what they're seeing, but we will get more information on that tomorrow. As like I said, Jerome Powell will speak, and we'll have it here live. We'll listen to him speak. We'll listen to the Q&As, and we'll listen to see just kind of what's going on there as well. So we're getting closer and closer to having more and more catalysts hit around the same time. Now, Bitcoin ETFs, that's gonna have a kick start. You got inflation. If they could start bringing that down by, usually they let it run sideways for a couple of months. So like maybe November, December. They actually didn't raise it in October. So October, November, December, January, maybe February it doesn't move, and then maybe January, February, March they start to bring it down a little bit. Maybe in April they start to bring it down a little bit more. Now you start to have like that would be 3 catalysts right there, with the ETFs, inflation, and then the Bitcoin halving all happening kind of around the same point. So I feel like I got one hair was like going straight up into my nostril. It was making me lose my mind. So we're starting to get to, we're starting to paint a picture of what end of quarter 1, into quarter 2 of next year could look like, which is really, it's really kind of shaping up to be the beginning of it. So now, what does the beginning look like? Who knows? And am I saying we're gonna, all go crazy and get rich by summertime? Not at all. It's not what I'm saying. But I'm thinking we could be moving towards better prices, better numbers by the time we get to 2025. Now, 2025, I think is we're gonna have one heck of a year. I think 2025. I think a lot of folks see 2025 as being a really really good year. So it could be something where we next summer is a decent summer. Next fall is a decent fall, and then we start to get into 2025, and it starts to ramp up even more. Um, so I'm here for it. Now, if 2024 wants to be a little slower, I'm okay with that as well, because that just gives us more time to accumulate. Just gives us more time to pack our bags and stack our bags, and get that XRP bag that I want to have that I don't have at the moment. To add to the crow bag that I have, which is very small at the moment. I've had to eliminate a lot of my bags, a lot of my positions to help pay for life, because life is expensive. And so now it's time to kind of try to get back into it. It just sucks right now because I could have got XRP at 40 cents, and now I got to pay 60 cents. But it's 60 cents when during the bull run it could go up to $3, $4, $5, something like that. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But that is kind of the news. That's kind of what I got to talk about. Not much else. We do have our Grove Live weekly space tomorrow night, where we'll have a lot more information, a lot more discussion on the topic of G-Burn, new projects coming in. We're going to get into a little bit of AI, what we think AI is going to look like in crypto. We're going to have a little special guest that's going to come in and join us tomorrow as well, and talk about AI and crypto. They've been doing it already. So we'll have some would call it an expert, but we're gonna have a special guest talk about that as well tomorrow. So tomorrow is 8:30 Eastern time. We will have our Grove Live weekly space. So tomorrow we will have our regular 1 p.m. or 2. I guess it's 2 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. my time, midday mix up, where we will. We'll hang out, talk about news for 30 minutes, and then we'll get into the Jerome Powell, his press conference, and kind of just see what he's got to say, and then we'll listen to a speech, and then we'll listen to the Q&A questions afterward, the questions and answers afterwards, just to kind of get a better picture before we have our space tomorrow night. And then we'll come back here Friday or Thursday, and we'll do our Just Crypto After Dark show. So that's kind of what we got going on. And it took us 50 minutes to get through it all. But we got through it all. So now we can get into chat. Now we can start hanging out, talking, and just kind of having a good time. See what y'all got going on, what y'all thinking, what y'all drinking, stuff like that. Anybody got a drink tonight? Anybody having a cocktail or an adult beverage, anything like that? Let me know. Let me know what y'all drinking, what you thinking. So as I get rid of all of these notifications I got going on, as we all know, I'm drinking water. Good old faithful H2O. Tammy J, nothing wrong with that. Tammy J said water. Nothing wrong with that at all. I did play some cards over the weekend, watching the Cowboys game. I went and played some poker. It was free roll poker, always the best. It's a little tournament style. So I had a few beers during that. Nothing crazy. And I wouldn't even say that I even got tipsy or buzzed. But I had a handful of them. Water, always water. Yes, I'm down with that. Me too. Now, is that me too? You play cards, or me too? You're drinking water. Always drinking water. Driver says screwdriver tonight, but that's because my bourbon bottle had a hole in it. I hate when that happens. Anytime I have a bottle that has a hole in it, it seems to always funnel into like my drink. It never fails. So it's Saturday. My buddy's friend came in town. That's a buddy of mine as well, but he's my buddy's buddy. This dude is awesome. Like he does guided tours across the United States. That's his job. Like People come and they will book a tour to go from like New York to LA. And so he'll take them on a guided tour all throughout the United States, hidden spots. And he had a couple of days off, so he came in. So we enjoyed some old fashions, uh, some really nice old fashions on Saturday. Watching the Texas game, the Texas TCU game, which got scary for a second. I was not happy about it. And also, he's my buddy's a big LSU fan, so we watched the LSU Florida game as well. So we had a couple of old fashions during that. Yeah, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I think I was home and in bed by 1 a.m., which for me, that's rare. In bed by 1 a.m. is the rare part. But a good old screwdriver. What's your vodka of choice? Is it Tito's? I feel like Tito's is a Texas vodka. Is Tito's Texas vodka? Is it? I think it is. Now that I said that out loud, I probably should check that. It is. I started in a shack in Austin. That's what I thought. I thought I was correct. Hey, but hey, I do like Tito's is Texas, and yes. See, I know that I can. I know my Texans. And I just realized that that's a little crooked. I feel like I bumped it a while ago. It fell. The nail fell out, so I put a thumbtack in there, so it stays a little better, but it's still not straight. Still crooked. Golly, story of my life. My life's crooked. Uh, but Tito's is Texas, and yes, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, Tito's like if I'm going to drink vodka. Here's the thing: I don't drink liquor often. Like I've made myself sound somewhat of an alcoholic from this last weekend. I'm a beer guy. I prefer beer. I can drink a whole lot of beer, and I cannot. I can drink a few, like 2 or 3 cocktails, and I'm like, "Well, okay, I'm happy." Where I can, if I want to get to that state where I'm drinking beer, it takes way more, and I don't really like to get to that point, so I don't do it often, like ever. So Garrison whiskey is my favorite whiskey, and also made in Texas. Yes, yes, I'm a big. I do like Garrison. I also like TX. TX is a good whiskey as well. Um, Texas, they just do a lot of things right. Speaking of Texas, we have Whataburger. They have their chili Frito hamburger. Oh, if you're in Texas, I know Trower's in Texas, but if anybody has a Whataburger near them, try the chili Frito cheeseburger. Phenomenal. It was really good. It was like a Frito pie on a hamburger. Some of y'all might be like, ugh, delicious. It was good. Fat guy certified. Stamp it. Approved. So Trower, now I expect you to go out and try the chili, the Frito pie burger, the chili Frito burger. So good, so good, dude. Like I almost went. I had it last night for dinner, and I almost went again for lunch, but I didn't. I self control, and I didn't go back today. But anybody does anybody? I know Whataburger has kind of branched out, is no longer even owned by Texas, which is weird and sad to me. I think it's owned by like a Chicago company now. But does anybody have a Whataburger by them around them? If you got a Whataburger by you, it's like their big national thing they're rolling out right now. It is so good, so good. I think it's like Mike's muted. Haha. Hannah said she thinks that we're getting one soon in Clarksville. Hey, well, congratulations. Welcome to the greatest hamburger in the country. And I'm not just saying that. It was proven. And there was a full out nationwide scavenger hunt, and Whataburger won. It beat out Five Guys. It beat out In-N-Out, which I don't think In-N-Out's that great. But Whataburger, if you get a Whataburger, you're in for a treat. You were in for a treat. Donald in the building. What's good, brother? How you doing? Mr. Donald T in the building. What is good, my guy? Donald, does me streaming late night like this, does this bring back old time vibes? I feel like we're starting to get back into that old time vibes, and I like it. Now if we just had Cuff on, now if we just get Cuff on here, and maybe we can hit a Vern, get me, Cuff, and Vern back together, get the band back together for those late nights. Just not late enough. It's true. It is true. I mean, we would start. I think we started it. I think we started at like 9. So I'm still a little early. But yeah. I started what, 7:30 my time? Yeah, so I think it was like 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. So yeah, we're close. We're getting there. 10 o'clock. Yeah, I think it was 10 on the East Coast. But yeah, we started 10 and go till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It'd be like one of those things. If Miss Tammy J was around, she would go to bed. We would start streaming. She would go to bed. She would wake up, and we'd be wrapping up the stream. Basically, is how that went. But I'm very excited about this. I'm excited for this. Y'all are in for a treat. Here's the thing: is I don't like onions. I don't like onion. Like, I will get a burger with no onions every day of the week. But if you have good onion rings, I will order a burger, hold the onions, with an order of onion rings, which is weird. I know it sounds weird, but I do love me some good old onion. And it's more of those things where, like, I don't like diced onions. Like McDonald's, the way they dice it so small, like, I'm out. I don't want your minced onions. Or, and Whataburger does have the diced onions as well. But yeah, I'm not a fan. Sauteed onions are better than, like, just not cooked onions. Reminds me of when you pulled the Grove all-nighter on Twitter. Oh yeah. Oh, we would do that. One wasn't even an all-nighter. Like, me and Cuff we started a stream at 4 p.m. our time, 4 p.m. And I think I actually fell asleep. Like, I fell asleep at like 3 a.m. and they shut the stream down at like 4 a.m. For an NFT launch. Brutal. Brutal. Luckily, I muted my mic, but I was literally sitting on my patio outside with my dogs, and my dogs fell asleep. I fell asleep, and yeah, I didn't wake. Cuff ended the stream and then called me, and the phone ringing woke me up. But it was like a legit, like, I think that started at 2. I streamed at 12 to 1:30, gave myself 30 minutes for lunch. So 2 to like 3 a.m. It was like a legit 13, 14 hours live stream. Brutal. Yeah, 6 a.m. my time. Oh yeah. I mean, I think there was one time, especially because I was coaching football, and I remember we stayed up all night, had a really good stream, and I had like an 8:30 or 9 a.m. football game, and I was like a zombie. And everybody's like, "Why are you so sleepy?" I was like, "Oh, because I just wrapped up a stream and came here." Brutal. Those were good times. We would also do that to grind out. We were grinding. We were trying to get monetized, and you got to have 4,000 watch hours to get monetized here on YouTube. Um, and so like we would literally stream for like 12 hours a day. We had like, I don't know if somebody, I know Donald remembers Bree. Some of y'all may know Bree. But she worked at she worked nights at a fitness gym, and they had like 12 computers or something like that, 12 to 15 computers like in their desk. And so she would just turn all of them on and put it on our stream. And so we get like the time, we'd get a whole bunch of watch hours from Bree. Definitely appreciate it. But yeah, man, those were fun times trying to get monetized. And then we got monetized and we're like, yeah, we can cut that down to like 2 hours. Oh man. And then the bear market came and we were like, oh man, this is brutal. Nobody wants to come to YouTube to hear about how terrible the market is today. And I don't blame you. Bree. Yeah. We would literally we would go from Jake's stream into Cuff's stream. I feel like somebody else streamed in between Jake and us. Like there was somebody else, but it would be like Jake. Then we go to somebody else's stream for an hour or two, and then we would jump into. We'd be on Cuff stream for 72 hours. It felt like, and it was like the hotspot moonwalk. That yeah. Mr. Moonwalk. Hopefully he's doing well. I haven't. He, he texted me the other day. He messaged me over on Instagram the other day saying somebody was trying to scam him, saying they were me. If anybody ever messages you from and they say their name is JustAman and they ask you how your trading's going, that's a scam. 1,000%. 1,000%. Because I know how your trading's going. It's a bear market. It's down. But yeah, those were some good old times right there. It was really, like I said. I think I mentioned this last week. We would have like the United States would go to bed, and then like Australia would get off of work, and so they'd come hang out with us. And then the UK would wake up around 2 or 3, have them during the day. Man, he's doing good. We're supposed to be doing a one chip challenge live on his show. Hey, I remember when we did the saltine cracker challenge. I remember very vividly. I was hanging out with my son, and I was flying home. I was listening to it on my phone in the car, flying home, uh, just so I could come in, and I ended up winning that bad boy because when it comes to food, I ain't get big for no reason, y'all. Y'all know this. I ain't get big for no reason. So, but yeah, I won I think I won a round. I think Bree won one round and I won one round. But yeah, that was that was funny. Moonwalk, man, his shows were funny. That dude is a character, like legit character, and can play the guitar. Can play the guitar for real. He's a really good guitar player. He was on when we did our Crypto's Got Talent, which was a blast, but another really long stream. Uh, that one was a long one. That was a long stream as well. We had a lot of long streams back then. A lot of long streams. I don't know. I think that Crypto's Got Talent. I think it was like a 6 or 7 hour long stream because we had so many people signed up, and then people just kept like entering as the stream went on. Yeah, for sure. Make sure it's okay with him if you send me his number. I mean, I imagine it's okay, but like, make sure he's okay with me having his number. I'll never forget when we met. We all met in Vegas, and it was Moonwalk, uh, RD, Bree, me, Cuff, Mrs. T, his lady, and that airport was like staring at us like, who? Why are these guys yelling? Why is this group of people yelling? Yeah, I don't doubt that he would care. Like I actually, you know what? Before you do that, I think I actually have it. Yeah, I actually have it. I have his number. 2-year anniversary from the day. I think it was like yesterday or the day before, something like that. But yeah, I saw it. It popped up on my Facebook, Facebook memories or whatever. Oh man, that was an S show. If y'all know what that S means, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't. Uh, I love when that happens. That Vegas trip was pretty solid. Uh, yeah, 87K down the drain back. Right. Oh man. S is for Superman. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. That Superman show. No, it was something else. But man, yeah, I got to meet Zach, got to meet RD. Yeah, no, it's and anytime I pull up any other like page that has a video on it, it's gonna mute me. Like anytime I go to Twitter and there's like an ad, a video ad, it's gonna mute me, and I hate it. But but yeah, that was that trip there. No, we had a fun time. We had a good time. But like I'm saying, never in my life did I ever think I'd be like walking down the strip and like people would know who I was. Like people I'd never met before. Like random people would like come up to me and Cuff, be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Justin, man? What's up, Cuff?" And we're like, me and Cuff are like, "Who are you? Are you the cops? Are you the feds?" But that was it was weird. Like it was a cool weird. Like it was very humbling. The fact that like people knew who I was, and I had no idea who they were, which is kind of scary. And then they tell me their screen name, like, "Oh, I'm so and so," and I'd be like, "Oh, okay." And I've talked to you every night for like the last 5 weeks, and I know exactly who you are. But yeah, we had some fun. Some some Vegas clubbing. We went out a couple of nights. Uh, got a Caesar's buffet that was delicious. Had some prime rib at a Caesar's buffet, which was really nice. Donald, don't worry. At least you didn't spend $700 on an NFT for an entry. I bought a $700 NFT that is literally still sitting in my wallet. Literally still sitting in my wallet. Yeah, and so like we were told that hey, you can't record in the party. So we're like, all right, cool. And then like we get there and they're like, hey, can you record this? And so like my I remember I'm standing in the back of this VIP room on top of the club upstairs of this nightclub, and I'm literally just holding my phone up like this, just trying to give it like cuffs at the front of the room, and I'm in the back of the room trying to give like a view different, that way we're not just standing next to each other, recording the same thing. Uh, and I had no idea that my phone died. Like 5 minutes into recording, my phone dies, and I was standing back there like this for like an hour. And finally, somebody told me, "Hey, your phone's dead. You're not even recording anymore." And I was like, "Sweet." My arm was numb. Like I was just like couldn't move my arm for the rest of the, yeah, brutal. Yeah, I watched my wallet drop as well because I was like, man, everybody there was like super excited because they were like, man, I'm up so much money right now. Like I'm sitting there, like people were talking like, yeah, I'm a millionaire right now. I'm a millionaire. We get to the party, people are like, yeah, I'm a millionaire in this party, and then we leave the party, and people are like, I am now 100,000aire. I am now a thousandaire. Yeah, I watched a few tens of thousands of dollars leave my wallet quickly, very quickly. But anyways, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother stream. But yeah, it was an S show, to say the least. Definitely was an S show. But we partied. We partied while we were there. Memories. Absolutely. I'm glad you threw the LOL in there. Because that's all I can do to keep from crying is laugh out loud. But yeah, that was and it was funny because I was sitting there, I was with my ex, and so I was sitting there, I was like, man, I should pull like 10 or 15 grand out right now and like really ball out in Vegas. And I was like, ah, yeah, nah, I'll wait, nah, I'll do it, nah, like maybe, like if, we'll see how, maybe because we're supposed to go to this nightclub tonight, and so maybe after the night, who knows, maybe tomorrow I'll pull it. I should have pulled it out. Should have pulled that 15, 20 grand out and had fun, but I didn't. And lessons learned. Absolutely, Donald. Lesson was definitely learned that night. Um, yeah. If you don't take profit, you are literally just exit liquidity for somebody else. That's what I learned. And so I learned that mistake, and I made sure to never make that same mistake. So now I always at least take profit to where if the bag does go crazy, goes down crazy, at least I got my original and some profit out. But yeah, Jake was there. He had a whole entourage. A whole entourage. He had a camera crew following him. Like Jake's a cool guy. Like I love Jake. He's been on my channel a couple of times. Love that guy. He actually started a whole like let's get Justin a new computer thing. So actually the computer I have is partly because of him. But and like he's already like 6'4". Like he's like me and him are the same height. He's like pretty, like surfer, like what's up guys? Hey guys. You know what I mean? Uh, and so he had these shoes. He had a pair of shoes on that like made him 2 inches taller. And so he's always kept saying, "Hey, I'm 6'4", I'm 6'4", I'm 6'4", and I'm 6'4", and this dude was like 2.5 inches taller than me, and I'm like, bro. Yeah, he had on these shoes that gave him like an extra 2 inches of height, and I was like, you don't, it's not even necessary, but it was really funny. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hindsight's 2020. But yeah, you gots to take profits. That is the name of the game. We're all here to make money, and if you see a point in time where you got money and you want to take some profit, take some profit. But I was in that point in time, I was like, man, I really don't want to take profits. I feel like I'd be betraying the community when really like it had nothing to do with the community. I could have taken profits and been okay, and the community still would have been okay. So it's yeah, it's weird. But like I said, anyways, got to meet a lot of really, really cool people in the community. And honestly, it was we had a good time. Minus that happened, which hurt. We had a good time. We had a good time. Couple of nightclubs, couple of VIP parties. Yeah, it's pretty cool. What was really weird was like other influencers knew who I was, like Austin Hilton and Zach Humphreys. They were like, "Hey, what's up, Justin? How you doing?" I'm like, "You guys know me. Like, I got into crypto watching you, Austin Hilton. You're kind of the reason why." Hinnock was there, but in his loud, oh man, when Hinnock jumped on Michael Thompson, that was the greatest. Oh man, Michael Thompson's face was like priceless. But yeah, like I said, it was really cool getting to meet a lot of folks. I met a lot of cool people that trip, and so yeah. But anyways, it was definitely a learning experience. Definitely was a learning experience, and I learned quite a bit from that experience. But yeah, what else y'all got? Chat? Anything else y'all want to talk about? Any other experiences y'all want to talk about? I probably was there. I probably was there. But that trip also got that trip also opened the door for me to be able to go to Dubai, which got me my first trip into Dubai got me connected with John, got me into Grove. So that trip, it hurt the wallet, but at the same time, it opened up a lot of doors. Just being there and being able to take part in that. So, which was really cool. I never in my life thought I'd be able to say that I've been to Dubai, and I've been to Dubai 3 times in the last 2 years, year and a half. So, as much as it hurt, it definitely opened up doors to make that something I can laugh about and look back at. Because Dubai is amazing. Dubai is amazing. I love Dubai. I love Dubai. London's cool. London's cool, but like I was not as impressed with London as I was Dubai. Scotland now. Scotland was really good. Hey, Miss Hannah in the building. How you doing, ma'am? How you doing? I heard I heard that you said that you might be getting a Whataburger. You're well. You're in for a treat. You were definitely in for a treat because Whataburger's amazing. But hey, welcome to the stream. Glad you made it. But yeah, I wonder what's going to be like. What project during this next bull run? Because there's going to be a project like that that comes out. I can't wait to see what it is, and to see how that goes down. Hopefully, better than some of the projects in the last bull run. But yeah, you never know. You never know. Hopefully better. But there definitely will be projects that come out that do well just like that, where it makes a lot of people a lot of money. A lot of money. I knew there was people there that were multimillionaires, and we were just all in a room, a bunch of us in a room hanging out and left that room, and we were no longer multimillionaires. Oh, it hurts. You just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh, otherwise you cry. You just gotta laugh. I've only cried on stream, I think, like once or twice. But yeah. I'm gonna shoot Cup a text and see if Cup has got time tonight to come on. If not, may save that for Thursday. What y'all got, Chad? Any other? What was y'all's biggest profit of the last bull run? Let me. You don't have to tell me, but I'm curious. I'm always curious. I like to know what that would have been my biggest profit if I would have taken profits then during that one for sure. But I didn't. Yeah, I personally had never seen that much money in my wallet at any point in time. Be the light. Hey, be the light. How you doing? How you doing? Hey there. Do you know whatever happened to the CBT project? Did that just evaporate? Um, you know, trying to think, trying to think, trying to think. I actually I think I heard something like they got bought, like somebody bought that project out. So the owners are not the like somebody has a new owner maybe, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know. I think I still have a couple of certificates over on CBT that I should probably check into. Forgot all about that. I haven't actually heard that project's name in a long time. You know who would know more would be either Cuff or Vern. One of those two would know more about that than me. No, I haven't. I would say I don't know what happened to them. That's the bear market. Bear market comes around and just knocks projects out. They're down for the count. But yeah, I haven't heard that one in a long time. StormX was my biggest multiplier. Hey, there you go. I remember I made like I Cuff found Shinja like as soon as they launched, and I made some pretty good money there. Uh, but I also didn't hold that long at all. Hey, there he is. What's good, Zach? Zach in the building. I heard you're doing a one chip challenge, brother. I heard you got a one chip challenge planned coming up. Is that fact? It sucks your soul out. Zach, I was just talking about the time that we all met in Vegas that one time. My biggest profit was and is Grove, but I never sold any. I'm still learning and excited for the bull run. Hey, there you go. That's what's up. Bear market ripped my soul. I'm gonna say ripped, but I know what you mean there. Ripped my soul. It plagued, pillaged my existence. Yeah, man, you down? Man, I don't know if I'm down for a one chip challenge. I mean, I'm down, but you know me, I'm down. Come on now, I'm down. Yeah, man, so fun in Vegas losing a quarter million. That was the part that sucked. That was the only part. That was the only part that sucked. The rest of the time was fun. We had a good time hanging out and getting to meet people in the community. That was fun. Going to VIP parties and stuff like that, and yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I was just telling him how like we were sitting in a room with a bunch of like almost millionaires and multimillionaires, and then we left that room and we were no longer that wealthy. It was a blast. Yeah, it really was a good time. I won like 2,500 on blackjack. Man, when did you find time to gamble? That's my question. Outside of like us all sitting in the MGM Grand lobby, hanging out, talking, and like I'd put like 50 or $100 in a slot machine. That was about the extent of my gambling that trip. I think I won like $300, and I think I ended up spending like putting it into another machine. I'm still holding Grove and staking it in both on BNB and Ethereum. Are there any price predictions out there for Grove in the next bull run? I mean, price predictions are so tough. Price predictions are really tough. I will say I think getting to $1 billion market cap. I think that would be a really good you know objective to have, and I don't think that that's too far fetched. Um, because we know what happens during a bull run. We see how projects that run in bull runs, they run crazy. Um, but yeah, as far as a price prediction, who knows? I really wish I had a crystal ball and I could answer that question, but I just can't, and I don't. In price predictions, we used to make price predictions during the last bull run, and they panned out like a couple of times, but just as we know, the bull run came or the bear market came and just crapped on everything. So, but yeah, I would say if we can get if Grove can get to $1 billion market cap, I think that'd be really 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 solid. And I'm not saying that 1 billion is the ceiling either. I think that's just probably a good point of a good aiming point at the time being. When everyone was at the club, I don't like Wild Base. Oh, okay. I was like, man, how did you find time to gamble? We were so A, busy, and B, we were so busy. That really was that was a fun trip, but it definitely was a work trip. It felt like. I think me and Cuff, we had the most fun Sunday afternoon and Monday before we left, because our flights were Monday. I think those were the better times. Hey, but I'm glad you made 2,500. I'm glad you made 2,500 that time. At least you won. You won something. I just spent. I actually didn't spend that much money when I was in Vegas, just because everything was paid for. But I still spent a pretty penny. Yeah, bro. I guess that was back in my. When I think I spent more money in the dispensary while I was in Vegas than anything. That old vice I used to have that I no longer have. Glad to say. But yeah, we had fun. We had fun. It definitely made me want to go. Like the next time I go to Vegas, I want to stay at the Cosmo, and I want to stay in one of those suites up that has the L balconies, the L-shaped balcony on the. Did I know I was muted? How did I know I was muted? I knew I was muted. I was faded at the state of mass party. My arm was faded from holding my phone up, thinking I'm recording when it was dead. That got my arm faded. very quickly. I'm trying to find a view of the room. All right, minus the wedding because uh, I'm I wasn't at a wedding. I just found a stock video, a stock picture off of the internet. But this is the L. That's the L shape. That's the L shaped balcony overlooking the Bellagio water fountain. Super bad, super very. That was probably one of the coolest spots I went to. Yeah, that shit, bro. It sucks so bad, so bad. What do you guys do in the Grove Twitter Spaces? Well, we start off talking about the current market, kind of news, what's going on in crypto as a whole, and then we get into what we got going on at Grove. Get into some Grove news, um, and then we open the floor up and let the community come up, ask questions. We have a little hangout. Tomorrow night we'll have our space, and we're actually going to talk about a little special segment about AI and crypto, and we're gonna have somebody come and join us. Have a little special guest joining us talking about AI and crypto in the future. But yeah, we kind of talk about it all. We spend a little time on the world of global events, global crypto news, what's going on, and then we jump into to Grove news, and then we open the floor up, have an open conversation. Anybody who wants to come join us, that's what we do. Always a good time in the growth spaces. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Me and Mac, we have a good time. We like to hang out. We get to cut up a little bit, have a little fun, but there's a little structure to it as well. That way, it doesn't just go off the rails and completely go crazy. But yeah, we get in there. We have some fun, talk some news, talk some Grove, and then just hang out and talk to the community a little bit. We're usually in there for hour and a half ish, hour and a half, 2 hours, depending. It just depends on how 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 the community is engaging. The more community members that come up and speak, the longer the stream or the space goes. And it just depends on how much news we got as well. We got a lot of Grove news to talk about. Like tomorrow, we got a lot of news to talk about. We got G Burn things to talk about, stuff like that. We're gonna have a special guest on for 15, 20 minutes to have a conversation about AI and crypto and stuff like that. And so we'll it's a good time. We have a good time over there. Mac really is really knowledgeable. He knows a lot, uh, and he knows a lot of. He's really plugged in on the back end as well of Grove. He's definitely part of that business development team, like myself. But he is super knowledgeable. Glad you're doing well, bro, and keeping the show rocking. I'm headed to watch some TV with Anna. Have an excellent Thanksgiving and Christmas if I don't see you before then. Hey, brother, appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's weird to think that we've been doing this for 2 years. 2 years. But yeah, man, we're still rocking. Just switched up time frames. Going to jump in the late night. Going to have that just crypto after dark. You know what I mean? Try to get back to those old school vibes that we used to have. Because those late night vibes we had back in the day were amazing. So I'm gonna try to tap in and bring that back a little bit. So I'll be here, brother. I'll be here. Only nights like Wednesday nights because I host the space. I probably won't stream that night, so I'll still do my middle of the day. Man, those really were the best. Those were the best times I've had in crypto. And I can't wait. Because that was such the end of the bull run. Um, and so I'm excited to see what the bull run brings us this time, from this side. We've been doing this a little bit. Got 2 years under our belt. We're a little more knowledgeable. We kind of know what we're doing. Kind of know what we're talking about. Um, but yeah, man, those were so good. Some of definitely the best times of as a YouTuber. It's been tough for it's 2 years of of a bull run or bear market. It's been brutal. It really truly has. Uh, you know, so not a lot of folks want to tune in and hear about how terrible the markets are. People want to tune in when the markets are good. What's up and what's going new? What's happening? How much money have I made today? They want those kind of talks. So we'll get back to those when the bear market ends and the bull run starts. But we still here, brother. We still here. And those shows were crazy. We had like a couple of hundred folks in here cutting it up, laughing, having a good time all over the world. Good times. And I actually think I'm going to get Cuff on Thursday night, to kind of bring back a little bit of the old school vibes. So we'll do that Thursday. But Chad, what else y'all got? You got anything else for me? If not, we're probably going to wrap it up pretty soon, unless y'all want to keep it going. I'll go as long as y'all kind of want to go. So let me know. Otherwise, like I said, we're going to wrap it up, go get some more water, and I'm going to do like Zach's doing and go watch some TV. I ain't watch TV all day. Which sounds weird, like, oh, you haven't watched TV all day. Watching TV at night. I like to watch pointless entertainment. I got into Survivor. Survivor is kind of like my go-to for like late night TV watching, just to watch and not really have to like pay too much attention. Miss Tammy J, definitely appreciate you, ma'am, for coming and hanging out as always. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. Have a good night. You too, ma'am. Y'all have a good night, and I'm really excited for y'all for Clarksville, Tennessee, to get a Whataburger if that is true. I hope it is true, and I hope that y'all get a Whataburger because you're in for the best burger. It's the best burger. It's the best fast food burger you're ever going to have. Simple as that. It's been tested. It's true fact. Family Guy or The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, those are good shows. I never really got into The Big Bang Show. Wasn't one of my like go tos. Family Guy. I was always more of a How I Met Your Mother. How I Met Your Mother is probably like my favorite sitcom, or one of my favorite sitcoms. That was so good. It was legend. Wait for it. Dairy. But yeah, How I Met Your Mother was a really good one, and I'll watch reruns of that all the time. Yeah, Family Guy's a good one as well. You gotta be like, I gotta be in a Family Guy mood. Sometimes it's just like, wow, that's so out there. But yeah, how much of that was a good one too? Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up. Almost to that 2 hour mark. Man, it's crazy how like during the middle of the day I can go for like an hour and I'm like, all right, I'm tapping out. These late night streams, man. It just something happens that makes you want to go longer. But we are about to wrap it up. We're going to jump up out of here. We'll be back tomorrow during the midday mix up. We'll listen to the FOMC report. We'll listen to Jerome Powell's press conference. We'll listen to the questions and the answers, the Q&A part. We'll see what's going down with that. And then we'll have our Wednesday night Grove Live weekly space. So it's a jam-packed day tomorrow. Jammed packed day tomorrow for sure. But we are going to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all are the best. Y'all always show up, show love, and show support. And I definitely appreciate y'all more than y'all will ever know. And I truly do mean that. More than y'all will ever know. Love y'all. We're going to wrap it up. Remember, 2 things in this world that you can control at all times: attitude and effort. Stay positive. Give 110% in everything you do. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Tell somebody you love them today. You never know. May change their day, their week, their month, or even their year. Ruwad, take it easy, brother. Appreciate you. We'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. I'm just a man. Peace.